Welcome to Narayana online digital classes. This is Srinivas, chemistry faculty from Madhapur, Hyderabad. Today I would like to explain some objective questions from our material from the concept stoichiometry. Okay, let us go for the questions. As see here, hemoglobin contains 0.33% of iron by weight. If one molecule of hemoglobin contains 2 iron atoms, so one molecule of hemoglobin contains 2 atoms of iron. Okay, so among the total weight of hemoglobin, the weight of iron that occupies is how much? 0.33%. Okay, so as we know the atomic weight of the iron 56 grams, so the weight of 2 iron atoms, this means 2 moles, 2 iron atoms becomes how much it is? Each one is having 56 atomic weight. So 2 into 56, that is nothing but 112. Okay. So this 112 atomic weight occupies 0.33% of the total weight of the 100 grams. Just we assume for 100 grams. So if the weight of 0.33% of iron among the total weight of the compound is 112 grams. Now, what is the weight of total compound is 100% weight is how much? Because this is the percentage by weight percentage it is. So, we can compare like this. If the weight of 0.33% is 112, then what is the weight of total compound means 100%. Then by doing this calculation, so the molecular weight, okay, the molecular weight of hemoglobin is equal to, based on this percentage of iron, I am going to calculate the total weight of the hemoglobin. 100 into 112 divided by 0.33, and exactly by doing this calculation we have, what is the value here? 33,939 by doing this calculation, but he is asking the value of atomic weight nearly equal to, so it is nearly equal to 34,000. So among the given options, the second option was the correct answer. Okay, let us go for the next question. Yeah, here I am going to next question. It is 95. 0.132 grams of an organic compound gave 50 ml of nitrogen at NTP. Both NTP and STP are the same conditions. Okay, based on that, so the weight of organic compound total is given as 0.132 grams. Okay, now from that it gives 50 ml of nitrogen at NTP. NTP and STP conditions are same. So I would like to calculate the weight of 50 ml of nitrogen in order to find the percentage. Okay, so the weight percentage of nitrogen. So how can we find the weight of? So see here, 1 mole of any gas, 1 mole of any gas occupies 22.4 liters of volume at STP or NTP. Both are same. Okay. So what is the weight of 1 mole of substance? That is called molar mass. What is the molar mass of nitrogen? So nitrogen gram molecular weight is equal to 28 grams. Okay. So weight of 1 mole of substance. Weight of 1 mole of substance. 1 mole of the nitrogen. So if we have 28 grams, then it is equal to 1 mole, and that should occupy how much volume? 22.4 liters. Now what he has said, 50 ml. So see here, if we change that to 22.4 liters into milliliters, it becomes 22,400 ml. So the weight of 22,400 ml of nitrogen is 28 grams, but he has just given that 50 ml. Now what is the weight of the 50 ml of nitrogen? In this way we can find weight of that nitrogen. Weight of nitrogen in the organic compound. 50 into 28 divided by 22,400. Okay. Yes. By calculating that we can have the value. Yes, it is 0.0625 grams. Now percentage of nitrogen in that weight, percentage of nitrogen. So weight of organic compound is this. Weight of nitrogen by weight of organic compound into 100. By this way we can calculate the percentage. So 0.0625 divided by what is the weight of organic compound? Given organic compound 0.132. By doing this calculation I will get nearly 47%. Okay. So see here, from the given 50 ml at NTP I am going to calculate the weight of nitrogen in that compound, because if we have 22.4 liters of nitrogen, the mass of that nitrogen equals to its gram molecular weight, because that is 1 mole of the substance, right? Based on that I would like to calculate like this. Okay. Yes, so let us go for the next question. Yes, a compound has 20% of nitrogen by weight. So percentage of nitrogen in the given compound is 20%, and one molecule has 2 nitrogen atoms. 2 nitrogen atoms. Okay, now so the percentage 20% of nitrogen due to the presence of 2 nitrogen atoms. What is the weight of 2 nitrogen atoms? Atomic weight of nitrogen is 14. So the weight 28 grams is the weight of 20%. So if you want to calculate the total molecular weight of the compound, then you can find the weight of 100% compound. What is the weight? If 20% weighs 20 grams, for 100% how much it is? Simply we can calculate. So molecular weight of that compound is equal to, because total mass is can be assumed as 100%. 100 into 28 divided by 20. Yes, it is 5 times 5 into 28, that is equal to 140. That is the weight of the compound. Okay, let us go for the next question. Yeah, 3 grams of an organic compound on combustion give 8.8 grams of CO2. Okay, so whatever it may be, the organic compound, only carbon dioxide and that was came. So see, for example, if you take an hydrocarbon on combustion, it will give carbon dioxide and water itself. So from this we can conclude that the carbon present in organic compound was converted to CO2 and hydrogen is converted to H2O. From that I would like to calculate the percentage weight of the carbon, how can it is possible? See, for example, 8.8 grams of CO2. Yeah, okay. So, for example, if you take CO2 and C, if the weight of molecular weight of carbon dioxide is 44, among that the weight of carbon is how much? Without carbon, no carbon dioxide is formed. So, from this 44 grams, the weight of carbon should be equal to 12. Then, from this, I am going to, if the weight of carbon dioxide is 8.8, if it is 44, then the weight of carbon should be present in that compound is 12 from atomic weights itself. Now, if it is 8.8, how much weight is there? From that, I am going to calculate the weight percentage of carbon. Okay. So, weight of carbon is equal to 8.8 into 12 divided by, okay, 8.8, 44, right, 8.8 into 12 by 44, right. So, how can I calculate this? Yeah. Now, I am doing here the calculation for weight of carbon, see here. Yes, here it is 3 and here it is 11. Okay. Now, if it is 88, 8 times, so 0.8. 3 into 0. How much it is? 2.4. So, weight of carbon itself, weight of carbon is equal to, how much it is? 0.8 into 3, 2.4 grams. Okay. Now, so in the given options, it is clear that the organic compound is a hydrocarbon. That means it contains only carbon and hydrogen. So, among the 3 grams of that compound, 2.4 grams is for carbon and remaining weight should be hydrogen. So, weight of hydrogen is equal to nothing but 0.6 grams. Now, for the simplest ratio of the atoms, how relative number of atoms are present? For that relative number of atoms, what I am doing here? I am relative number of atoms. For relative number of atoms, what I am doing? Carbon and hydrogen, 2.4 divided by 12, 0.6 is divided by 1. So, what is that here? 0.2, here it is 0.6. Which one is the least value? Yes, 0.2 is the least value. So, for simple whole number ratio, I am dividing with 0.2. So, here I will get least whole number ratio 1, 3. Okay. Yes. Now, the empirical formula of compound is, empirical formula is equal to 1C, 3 hydrogen, CH3 is there. Okay. Now, what is the option? How I am done this means, from the weight of carbon dioxide itself, carbon dioxide has 12 grams. If it is 44 grams, the weight of carbon should be 12 grams. So, the weight of 8.8 grams of carbon dioxide, in 8.8 grams of carbon dioxide, how much carbon is present? Okay. In that manner, I can able to calculate the weight of carbon in 8 points. So, that carbon is completely, which came from the hydrocarbon, which we are considering. Yes, let us go for the next question. Yeah. Yes, the relative number of atoms of different elements in a compound is as follows. So, see here, A, how many relative number of atoms are there? 1.33, and B it is 1, and C it is 1.5. It is not the simple whole number ratio. For that, what can we do? by multiplying with a integer we can convert that number into the whole number. So how can I do this? If I multiply it with 3, this was not complete, so I am multiplying it with 6. Yes, then what it was to completed means 8 nearly, it is 6, it is 6 into 1.5, how much it is? 9. Okay. Now what is the empirical formula of the compound? That is equal to A8, B6 and C9. So if the relative number of atoms are not in the simple whole numbers ratio, definitely we can convert them into whole numbers by multiplying with a suitable integer in a trial and error method. Okay. First of all, you go through by multiplying with integer 2, then 3, then 4, ultimately you will get the answer. Okay. By multiplying with 6, I will get the nearest whole number, right? Okay. So among the given options, third option was the right one. Okay. Let us go for the next question. Yeah. 50 grams of sample of sodium hydroxide required for complete neutralization of 1 liter of 1 normal HCl. What is the percentage purity of NaOH? So here percentage purity, actually this is based on concentration terms, but here percentage purity is asking. Okay. See here, how can I do? So sodium hydroxide, on reacting with it is a simple reaction, as you know, it is a neutralization reaction. In lower classes also you can observe this. Okay. What is that neutralization reaction? When acid is react with a base, salt and water is formed. Okay. This is the neutralization reaction. So for 1 mole of NaOH, 1 mole of HCl is required as per the balanced equation. Now, okay, so it is how much amount of NaOH is required for that neutralization of 1 liter of 1 normal HCl. Okay, you should know the some concentration terms, as you know. Okay, 1 normal or 1 molar is same. So 1 normal and 1 liter. What is the percentage purity? So how much amount of NaOH was required? First of all, I would like to calculate. Okay, right, for 1 liter 1 normal HCl means, see, it is also required 1 liter and 1 normal. Okay, what is 1 normal? Normality is equal to weight by gram equivalent weight into 1000 by volume in milliliters. Okay, now the same proportions are there, therefore for 1 mole it also 1 mole required. I am taking so 1, we have to calculate weight, gram equivalent weight of NaOH is 40 and 1000 by, for 1 liter of the solution 1000 ml are present. Okay, so what is the weight that required? Exactly 40 grams was required, but how much weight he has taken? 50 grams. Okay, now what is the percentage purity? Percentage purity is equal to, so here we require 100% purity is 40 grams only, but he has taken 50 grams. Means some impurity is present. So this is impure sample. Okay. If it is 100% pure, then how much it is? How much required? Only 40 grams required. Okay. So, but he has taken 50 grams. So, what I am taking? Percentage purity. Say here. So, percentage purity, how can we calculate? Just we required 40 grams, but it is 50 grams. He has given. So, see here. If 100% pure, how much? 100% pure, if you take, it was 40 grams required. Okay. But if 50 grams required, then what is the percentage purity? X is equal to 100 into 50 by 40. Okay. Yes, 25. So here a small change, what I want to do, small correction, sorry. Okay. So for percentage purity is equal to, otherwise we can do like this. Okay, see, 40, but instead of he is taking 50 and percentage 100, we can take 2, then 80%. Okay, this is the purity. Simply we can do like this. Yes, let us go for the next question. Yeah, a certain compound contains magnesium, carbon and nitrogen in the mass ratio. What are those? Magnesium. Next, carbon and nitrogen in their mass ratio. Ratio of mass 12, here also 12, 14. Now for relative number of atoms, what shall we do? Divide it with its atomic weight. What is the atomic weight of magnesium? It is 24. What is the atomic weight of carbon? It is 12 as we know. What is the atomic weight of nitrogen? 14 itself. Okay. Then what is here? Relative number of atoms, it is 1 by 2, 0.5. It is 1 and it is 1. Okay. So for simple whole number ratio, simple whole number ratio, simple whole number ratio. So how can we get the simple whole number ratio? Divide all the values with the least value among all the three values. 0.5 divided by 0.5, 1 by 0.5, 1 by 0.5, that is equal to 1, 2 and 2. Okay. Now what is the empirical formula of the compound? We have magnesium 1 atom, carbon 2, nitrogen 2, and we can write this as magnesium cyanide, Cn taken twice. Okay, is it clear? Now among the given options, which one is the correct one? Magnesium Cn taken twice. Fourth one is the correct one. Okay, is it clear? Now let us go for the next question. Yeah, how many grams of 40% pure sodium hydroxide is dissolved in? Similarly, it is 40% pure, but it is based on the concentration term. So what is the formula for molarity here? Given weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 by volume of the solution. So 40% pure, only 40% pure he is asking. Okay. So for example, what is the actual amount of NaOH required for the preparation of 0.5 molar solution? So molarity is 0.5. We can find the weight, and what is the molecular weight of NaOH? That is 40 into 1000 by what is volume here? 250. 4 times, 10 times. So weight of NaOH required for that solution 0.5 into 5, that is 5 grams. But we have 40% pure sodium. What is 40% means? 40% means if you take 100 grams, then pure NaOH is in that only 40 grams. Remaining 60 grams is some impurity. So if you want pure 5 grams of NaOH, how much you want to take? If you want 40 grams, then 40% pure, how much you have to take? 100. If you take 100 grams of 40% pure, then it contains only 40 grams of pure NaOH. Remaining is impurity. So how much I want to take? So X is equal to 100 into 5 by 40. Okay. How much it is? 8. Okay. Right, 100 by 8. So it is nearly 12.5. Okay, 12.5 grams. So 12.5 grams of 12.5 grams of 40% pure NaOH. NaOH is required for preparation of 0.5 molar solution. Okay? Yes. Let us go for the next question. Yeah. Calculate the mass percent of calcium, phosphorus and oxygen in calcium phosphate. What is the formula of calcium phosphate? As you know, calcium is divalent and the phosphate ion is dry, -3 charge. So what is the formula formed from this? Ca3PO4 taken 2 times. So what is the molecular weight of this total compound? We have 3 calcium atoms, 2 phosphorus and 8 oxygen atoms. What is the atomic weight of calcium? That is 40 and phosphorus 31. Oxygen atomic weight is 31. So by calculating the molecular weight of this compound, we get 308 grams. Okay, this is equal to 308 grams. Now, percentage of calcium is equal to weight of calcium in one molecule of the compound divided by total weight of the compound. Okay, then how can we find weight of calcium? Means 3 calcium atoms are there. 3 into 40, how much it is? 140 by total weight of the compound is 308 into 100. By doing this, I will get it has 39% approximately. Okay. Now, how can we find the percentage of phosphorus? Weight percentage of phosphorus. So, weight of phosphorus, how many phosphorus atoms are there? 2 phosphorus atoms are there. Okay. So, 2 into 31, that is equal to 62 divided by 308 into 100. Okay. By doing this, nearly I can get it is 20%. Okay. Similarly, percentage of oxygen, that is equal to, how many oxygen atoms are there? 8. Okay, 8 into 16, how much it is? 128 divided by 308 into 100. Okay, so it is nearly equal to 41%. These are the percentages of each and every element present in calcium phosphate. Okay, let us go for the next question. Yes. The percentage of carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen in an organic compound. What are the percentages? Carbon, yes, hydrogen and nitrogen. What are those percentages? So for carbon, it is 40%. For hydrogen, that is 13.3%. For nitrogen, that is 46.7%. Okay. Now, I am going to relative number of atoms. Relative number of atoms. How can I get the relative number of atoms? Each mass percentage was divided by with its atomic weight. So 40 by 12, 13.3 by 1, and from here 46.7 by 14. Okay, that is equal to 40 by 12. How much it is? 40 by 12, that is 3.33. Okay. Now approximately by calculating 13.3 by 1 is 13.3 itself. 46.7 by 14, it is nothing but 3.33. Okay. Now whole number ratio. What I am doing? Each one is multiplied with relative as whole number ratio. Relative by 3.33 is the least number. So I am dividing with 3.33 to each number. So what is I get here? 1. Here nearly equal to 4, and here also 1. So what is the compound? Yes, here For carbon, I get 3.33. Yes. From that, empirical formula of the compound CH4N. CH4N. Third option is the correct one. Okay. Yes. I am going to the next question. Yes. The percentage weight of deuterium in heavy water. Okay. The percentage weight of deuterium in heavy water. What is heavy water? Heavy water. So what is heavy water? Heavy water is D2O. Okay. So what is deuterium? Deuterium is one of the isotope of hydrogen, is having atomic number 1 and mass number 2. Okay, 2 units of mass are there. So in D2O, what is the molecular weight of D2O? Weight of heavy water is equal to mass number of deuterium is 2. So 2 atoms, 4 plus 16, how much it is? 20. Okay. So percentage of deuterium is equal to weight of deuterium how much? 4 divided by total weight of the compound is 20 into 100. So it is how much? 20%. Okay. So deuterium is one of the isotope of hydrogen, having mass number 2 units of mass. Okay. Now among the given options, fourth option is the correct one. Let us go for the next question. The empirical formula of compound is CH2. So he has given the empirical formula as CH2. 1 mole of this compound has a mass of 42 grams. So molecular weight, gram molecular weight of the compound is equal to 42. Then as we know, each and every compound has a simplest ratio of atoms, which is known as the empirical formula. Okay. So by combining those number of empirical formulas, we will get the total molecular formula. So how many empirical formula units are there? Number of empirical formula units. How can we calculate? Simply by molecular weight of the compound divided by empirical formula weight of the compound. So what is the empirical formula weight here? 12 plus 2, that is equal to 14. What is the molecular weight? He has given 42. 42 by 14, then that becomes 3. Okay. So what is the molecular formula of the compound means? If you take 3 times the empirical formula, you will get the molecular formula. So 3 into CH2, then it converted to C3H6. This is the molecular formula compound. So among these, third option is the correct one. Okay. Let us go for the next one. Yes, in a compound, carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen atoms are present in what the atoms? Carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen. So in the weight, by weight ratio is 9, 1 and 3.5. So for relative number of atoms, what shall we do? 9 by 12 divide with its atomic weight, 3.5 by 14 itself. Okay. So what are the values I got here? Okay. 9 by 12, 0.75, 1, 3.5 by 14 is nothing but 0.25. So for simple ratio, I am doing in the next case by dividing with relative number of atoms with the least value. I dividing all the ratios with the least value. So what I got here? 3, here I got 4, here I got 1. Now what is the empirical formula of the compound? Empirical formula is equal to C3 He4 and N. Okay, C3 He4 N. Yes. Now, molecular weight of compound. Similarly, number of units. Empirical molecular formula weight by empirical formula weight. Then we can get the number of empirical units present in that compound. So, molecular formula already has given. What is that? 108. So, 108 divided by, what is the weight here? 3 into 12, 36 plus 4 plus 14, how much it is? Yes, 54, that is equal to 54. So, 54 that will gives 2. So, what is molecular formula? 2 into empirical formula, 2 empirical formula units we can take. So, molecular formula is equal to, we can take 2 times the compound, then it will come converted to C6 H8N2. What is the answer? C6H8N2. The third option is the correct one. Okay? Yes. This is the end of the session. Thank you very much.